Alrighty, we are live. I'm a little bit early. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes for everyone to jump on so we can start live and on time. I just wanted to be really organized and be in here so everyone can find it. For those of you that are live though, I would just love to know, can you hear and see me clearly? It's very important. Hey, Caitlin, hope you're well. I'm 4 minutes early, so thank you for being here so early. But yeah, let me know if you can hear me loud and clearly, and then we'll get started in a few minutes on time. Hey, so good to see you. I'm so excited for today. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to jump on, and if you're watching the replay, you can just skip 4 minutes and then we'll get started. So good. Amazing. For those of you that are live, let me know if you can hear and see me clearly. That's going to be very, very important. Hope you've all got a beverage of choice for today. Amazing. I'm so glad. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone to show the comments, because Facebook on the computer, it doesn't always show that, which is really annoying. Yay. All right. For those of you that are live, while we wait a couple more minutes before we get started, let me know, where are you from? I would love to hear where you're from and what time it is, because I know for some of you, you are super committed and it's really late at night, or maybe for some of you, it's really early in the morning. Maybe you're busy getting ready while watching this. Wherever you are, I would love to know. And then we'll get started in just 3 minutes. So amazing for everyone that's really early. Amazing, amazing. Oh my God, by the way, I'm so excited for today. You have no idea how much we have to go through and how much today is really going to support you. Pearl Beach, that sounds beautiful. Hey, Ria, good to see you. For everyone that's live, don't be shy, come say hi. Very, very excited. We're getting started in just 2 minutes. I jumped on early so that we can start right on time and everyone could find the live. So I'm just giving everyone a few minutes so that no one misses out. Port Stephens, New South Wales. Amazing. So good. For everyone else that's just jumped on, I'd love to know where you are located and what time it is. Feeding my kids breakfast right now. I love that. 3 p.m. I'm from British Columbia. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. So good. Northern beaches of Sydney. Beautiful. Oh, hey, Tara. How are you? Super, super excited for today. We're going to get started in just 1 minute. I'm going to give everyone a chance to jump on and then we'll get started. I'm so excited though. It's good to see so many beautiful names here. If you've just jumped on, let me know where you're located and what time it is. And then we're going to get right on started. I'm so excited. So good to see so many names popping up. Miami, Queensland, 8 a.m. here. Same here. So good. Oh, awesome. Alrighty. Loving seeing how many of you are jumping on. All right, we're getting started in less than a minute now. I'm so excited. And for those that have just jumped on, welcome, welcome. Make sure you are comfortable. Make sure you have pen and paper so you can write down notes, because I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to be taking you through so much today. It's going to be very interactive. It's going to be very informative, and it's going to give you a lot of clarity and direction on how you can grow your business. 11 p.m. in the UK. Wow, so late. Well, I love your commitment levels. That is next level. All right, we're going to get started right now because I love starting on time. So let me just share my screen. All right. I'm going to wait for that to get started, and I want to make sure you can all see it nice and clearly, and then we will dive on in, but I think you all can. Amazing. So welcome to the 30K leap. If you are a coach making money in your business, working with clients, and you're ready to refine your business model to hit consistent 30K months without burning out, sending cold DMs, or running paid ads, then I want to show you a simple 3-step system my clients have used to break through their income plateau and create true freedom. Let me know in the comments, are you excited to learn this? For those of you that don't know me and are new to my world, hi, I am Sophia Bernardi. I've grown my coaching business to over $2 million in the last 5 years since starting my business, and I've helped hundreds of ambitious female coaches to scale to 30K months and beyond. And today I'm going to show you how you can do the same. My intention for today is for this to be one of the most powerful workshops you've ever watched. This is not one of those free trainings where you walk away with no real insights or where you're stuck in one big sales pitch for half the time. You'll leave today with clarity on exactly why your current business model isn't scaling and the exact shifts required to reach 30K months sustainably. However, for those of you that do understand that information is great, but implementation is what gets you paid, then the truth is that we all have different niches and business models. So if you're done with inconsistency and ready for a clear, repeatable path to 30K months, I'll be offering free roadmap calls at the end for those who want personalized support to fast track their growth. Does that sound good, guys? Amazing. So let me guess. Your lead gen and sales feels like a literal roller coaster right now. Maybe you're currently stuck in client delivery. You don't want to sacrifice your freedom as you scale. You've hit an income ceiling and need a more leveraged way to increase revenue without adding more hours. And your revenue feels unpredictable. Some months are great and others feel like you're just starting from scratch. Which really sucks because you know you deliver incredible client results, but despite this, your revenue isn't scaling in proportion to your impact. You see others hitting consistent 30K months and beyond in less time with more ease while you're stuck in delivery mode, running on referrals or relying too heavily on organic social content that just isn't converting at scale. And you know you're made for so much more than you're currently experiencing in business. So here's the truth. The coaching industry has changed. Skepticism is at an all-time high, information is abundant, competition is everywhere, your potential clients are more sophisticated, they are doing their research and therefore do not trust as easily as before. And it's costing you time, money, and energy to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. Let me know in the comments, are you relating to this right now? It no longer works to simply post average content, be blasé in your messaging, or dabble in your marketing strategy. Don't believe me? Think back to every big investment you have made in your business. I bet you did your research and built up trust before you booked the sales call or purchased, right? Potentially you binge consumed their content on Instagram, listened to a few podcast episodes, watched YouTube videos, and checked out their website before making a big investment decision, correct? Your potential clients are no different. Google calls this the 7-11-4 rule. 7 hours of content across 11 touch points in 4 different locations. So if you want to reach 30K plus per month and create true freedom, you need a scalable business model and a marketing strategy that allows potential clients to find you, like you, and trust you quickly. Otherwise, don't be surprised if they give you objection after objection, leave you on red, and go to your competition, leaving you stuck in the same income ceiling that you've been in for way too long. So if right now you don't have the leads, the clients, or the revenue that you're after, that tells me that there are holes in your marketing strategy and missing pieces in your current business model. But the good news is, guys, running a simple, sustainable, and scalable coaching business is achievable for you too. Who's excited and believes that? And that's exactly what I'm going to be teaching you today. So today you will learn the 5 biggest mistakes keeping coaches stuck in a sales plateau, and you're probably making one or more of these mistakes right now. The proven 3-step system that has helped my clients and me scale to 30K months and beyond whilst living a life they are truly obsessed with. And the 3 mindset shifts that will help you step into the next level version of yourself that will have you doubling your business in no time. Now, I want to let you know that in a couple of days' time, I'm going to be announcing 3 winners for those that show up and play full out throughout this workshop. So if you want to go in the draw to winning these prizes, whether you're watching live or replay right now, I need you to be commenting and engaging. That is how I'm going to be making this decision, who shows up the most and plays full out throughout this experience. Each of these 3 prizes are valued at over $500 each, and it's working with me closely to have support for you to grow, right? So if you would like to go in the draw to win one of these 3 prizes, I need you to show up and play full out right now, because they're the only people that I like to surround myself and work with, is committed, all-in action takers. And that starts at day dot in a position like this. Before you've invested in anything or whatever, you need to show your commitment levels to yourself. And I love to reward that. So if you're commenting, engaging, interacting, going all in, that energy gets rewarded around here. So, who's with me? If you want to go in the draw to win these prizes, make sure you're engaging. I see you. I'm reading your comments. I'm seeing your interaction. I'm seeing your mic drop moments. I'm going to be sharing so much right now, and I usually only share this stuff with my paying clients, but I want to support you right now. And so if you're ready to grow, I need your energy to be fully in, because over the next hour or so, I'm going to be going 100% in for you, and I ask for the same in return. That's how this is really going to integrate inside. Amazing. I'm glad you're in. Comment I'm in, whether you're live or replay right now, if that's you. And then based on the most interaction I see, I'm going to be choosing 3 people out of that win 3 prizes. Amazing. I'm seeing a lot of people say I'm in. Fantastic. Well, then let's do this. So here's why you should stick around for the next hour, guys. I built my coaching business to over $1 million organically in under 4 years with 0 prior marketing or business experience. And you can literally see screenshot proof there. I don't gatekeep around here. So you can see my first amount of money was made in November 2020. And then by August 2024, I had made over $1 million, as you can see there. Okay. So, and I did so with 0 prior marketing or business experience. I never went to university, guys. I almost failed school, and I had no coaching certification to begin with. I was 22 years young when I started as a mindset coach, helping women to build confidence right as the global pandemic started, which was arguably one of the most uncertain times to start a business. Who remembers that time? That's probably a bit traumatic for some people. That is when I started my business. And so if I can grow under all of those circumstances, then so can you, okay? I went from walking dogs, cleaning floors, serving at weddings, and making coffees for a living to building a global company that positively impacts hundreds of coaches across the globe to create an incredible coaching business that generates hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, right? That is why you should stick around, because I am evidence that I did not have the perfect circumstances whatsoever, and yet here I am. And so if you feel like, you don't, have much belief in yourself, or you don't have, you're not featured on the cover of magazines like other people, or been on the news, or this and that, like, it doesn't matter your starting point. I hope that, what I'm sharing is just evidence for you of what is possible under no matter the circumstances. But I want to share something really vulnerable with you.
So it's the 26th of August 2020, and I'm currently trying to start my coaching business, and it feels like I've been trying to start for a year, because I have been, and I currently have 4 clients, but only one's probably between us. And I just find it so hard. It's all I want to do, and I just feel like I can't do it, and I feel like it's so hard, and I don't know what I'm doing. That's the story I keep playing away, but I just don't know what I'm doing. The only thing I do know is that I really want to help people, but sales and marketing and business and doing it on my own and figuring it out is so hard. I just keep trying, and I just feel like no results come. Very deep down, I know it will one day, but I just don't know when or how. And I'm just afraid it will be, 10 months down the track instead of 3 months down the track.
So, guys, I wanted to share that vulnerable video that I filmed back in 2020. I just had this gut feeling, I should really document this journey. It's something I might want to look back on. And now it's something that I'm sharing with you guys, in the hopes that you truly understand that I know how it feels to be starting out and to be incredibly stuck and things not working and not seeing a clear path forward. But after that rock bottom moment, I booked a call with the only business coach I knew at the time. I used most of my savings and invested $9,000 to get the help that I needed to grow. And as you can see in that video, I was not making $9,000 or anywhere near that, right? I had one client paying me and it wasn't even a lot of money, right? I was terrified. I was upset. I was scared. I was fearful, as you could see in that video. But I knew that something needed to change. And thank you for all of the kind words, guys, in the comments. I really appreciate it. Booking that call with that business coach changed my whole life because it was there that I truly committed to my business and got the help that I actually needed to grow. I've since invested well over $150,000 to learn different strategies, the mindset, the energetics to grow and scale in this industry. I've really learned from the best of the best of what it really takes to grow. And I've learned all of the ways that you can grow from some of these top industry experts out there. And my aim today is to show you what actually works out of that and what you actually need and not what you don't. And so here's what I know to be true. If I can build this business under all of those circumstances and that starting point and that age and everything, you absolutely can too. And today I'm going to show you how. I've coached hundreds of coaches to hit their first $5,000, make $10,000, $30,000, $50,000, $70,000, and even over $80,000 per month. So I know a thing or two about helping coaches to scale. And here's a bunch of screenshots of proof of just some of the client results, 5-figure days, $15,000 months, 12K from an event, 7 calls booked yesterday, $5,000 week, paid in full, biggest month, this and that. All of this has been possible from what I'm teaching you today. So let me know in the comments, get your energy going. Are you ready to learn how to make $30,000 at a minimum per month in your coaching business? Let me know in the chat. I want to see your excitement and enthusiasm here. So let's break down what $30,000 a month actually is. So that is $360,000 per year. Who would love to have $360,000 a year at a minimum in their business that they are making? That is $7,500 per week, and that is $1,071 per day. And here's some Stripe screenshots of, money that comes into my bank account every week, right? Who wants that? And I'm really curious how scary this feels right now. If it feels 10 out of 10 possible, 5 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 1 out of 10, there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just really curious what comes up for you when you see these figures. So let me know, how does that feel for you? Does it feel like a done deal or does it feel like a stretch? No right or wrong answer. This is such a safe space to be vulnerable, share your truth and where you're actually at, because then I can tailor today based on that and really support you to be able to go from maybe a 1 out of 10, a 2 out of 10, a 0 out of 10, 5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 conviction, because that's really what you need. And I really believe when you have the right strategy and you have the right support and you have the right mindset, you'll be a 10 out of 10 and that's actually when it's going to work, right? Feels so possible, just working out how to get there. Yep, well, today is going to help you to do just that. So no matter what you're feeling right now, anywhere on a scale of 0 to 10, I want you to know that it's possible. If I'm doing it, if many of my clients are doing it, and I'm sure you're following other coaches out there making that as well, then please know with the right strategy, the right support, and the right mindset, you can too. Most coaches don't have that though. They jump from coach to coach, strategy to strategy. They try cheap solutions. They try modeling other people's, funnels, and they hope for the best. 30K months is so possible, but it won't come through guesswork. It also doesn't need to come from unnecessarily hard work, although that's the path most are unwillingly choosing or unknowingly choosing when they focus on the wrong things or don't go all in on one aligned approach with one coach who consistently has the results and lifestyle thereafter. What you need is a framework. Let me share with you the framework that made me over $2 million in the last 5 years so that you have the exact, simple, sustainable, and scalable approach that will get you to 30K months on repeat. Let me know if you're excited. But first, in order for me to do that, I need to share with you the 5 biggest mistakes that I keep seeing coaches make, and it keeps them stuck from scaling to 30K months. Because I can teach you what to do to get to 30K months, but if you keep making these mistakes, then even if you have the right strategy that I will be teaching you today, you're not going to be able to get the result because of these big mistakes that I see every single day from coaches such as yourself who are not yet making the money that you want to be making. Okay? So mistake number 1 is not refining your messaging for high ticket clients. So imagine landing on a coach's profile, having no idea who they help or how they can help you. Would you follow them? Would you trust them? Would you engage? Would you ask for help? I don't think so. That's what happens when your messaging isn't clear and it's costing you thousands. In fact, it's not even costing you thousands, it's costing you hundreds of thousands. If I can't tell what you do in 10 seconds of landing on your profile, your messaging is not clear enough. I don't want to sugarcoat this. I need to be completely honest with you. You will lose so many people if this is not clear within 10 seconds. Here's the thing, a confused mind will never buy. You have to be very clear and specific, which is why knowing your ideal client at the deepest level, probably at a level that you don't even realize is the depth you need to go to, is so key. Here's a photo of a client and I, and here's some screenshot proof of the results. She's had 13K in 2 days, $19,899, 13K, in 1 week, and haven't even launched the program. The reason why she has these results is because her messaging is super clear. Are people reaching out because your content is so compelling that they just have to know more? Are people liking and commenting on your post because they resonate so much with what you're saying? Are you attracting leads daily with your posts? Are potential clients reaching out saying, wow, it's like you're inside my brain? Does your message blend in with every other coach in your niche? If this is the case, there is room for improvement with your messaging, right? So I want to show you some examples of some bland, boring, and blasé I help statements and take them to clear and compelling so you can see at a minuscule level with what we have capacity for here right now, what this looks like. So let's take a mindset niche. A really bland, boring, and blasé sentence would be something like, I help women build confidence and feel more empowered to create a life they love. Lacks a clear audience, lacks a tangible outcome. It's very vague and generic. Instead, we might change it to something like, I help corporate women replace self-doubt with confidence so they can speak up in meetings, ask for promotions, and set firm boundaries without second-guessing themselves. This is a clearly defined audience, addresses a key struggle and solution, and it has a specific, tangible result attached to it. A business niche, a bland version. I help entrepreneurs grow their business and make more money. Entrepreneurs is too broad and generic. That is every business owner out there on the planet. Can you actually help every business owner out there? Grow their business is vague and outcome. Growing could just mean $1 more. You've technically grown the business. And make more money, there's no clear method or timeline here either. So we might want to change this to something like, I help female coaches go from $0 to 5K months in just 90 days through Instagram Reels. Clear method, specific and measurable result, and clearly defined audience. And I'm talking about your bios, your messaging, and your content and everything in between, right? But I've got capacity right now to give you a couple of I help statement examples, but this of course flows in to what you say in your live videos, what you say in your events, what you say in your content, what you say in your emails. That messaging across the board has to be extremely specific and on point. A health niche. I help people lose weight, improve their health, and feel their best. Too broad and generic, no clear method or time frame, and it's got a vague outcome. Instead, we might change this to something like, I help busy mums lose 20 pounds and regain confidence without spending hours in the gym or giving up their favorite foods in just 12 weeks. Clearly defined audience, specific measurable result, and a clear method and time frame. Who's realizing maybe their I help statement is a little bit bland, boring, or blasé and needs to be more clear and compelling? This is one of the first things I support my clients with, because if you don't get this right, nothing else here onwards will work for you. And this is why I'm saying that this is mistake number one. People's messaging is often so blasé, it's so vague and general. They're not hitting the pain point. And you know that if you're not growing your audience every week and you don't have potential clients reaching out to you every week saying, oh my God, I need your help, because you know exactly what I'm going through right now at that high level detail. So who's realizing, oh, maybe I need some help with my messaging here? Mistake number two is lacking a simple and aligned marketing strategy. Too many coaches have no clear and aligned strategy to follow to attract, to nurture, and to convert clients on repeat. They're winging it, hoping clients will just show up in their inbox, posting average content daily that lacks value, connection, and that magnetizing energy. They're doing what they see others doing, or what they think they should do, because they're just copying or modeling lots of other people without really understanding the psychology and strategy behind it. Their strategy lacks depth and intentionality, and that's why it doesn't work. In a world full of ChatGPT and AI right now, it's more important than ever before that you know how to do this. Otherwise, you blend in with the crowd, and it's pretty difficult to be seen, to be known, and to have your business grow and your brand grow when you blend in, guys. You need to stand out. Who's feeling overwhelmed and burnt out trying to do it all? Just be honest so I can support you, because this is a huge mistake that I see. Not even sure where to start on mistake two. Yep. So that tells me you are lacking support and you're lacking a strategy. So unless you have support from a coach who has the results that you want, you are going to stay stuck at mistake number two, right? Because it's a skill set that needs to be learned. You have to understand the psychology and the full process in order for it to work. Otherwise, like I said, it's going to lack that depth. It's going to lack that intentionality, because your whole business is being run on guesswork. And you don't grow a business on guesswork, right? You grow on strategy and clarity, right? So if you're focused on the wrong things, like what time to post, what hashtags to use, what the latest algorithm hacks are, and what platform is best, you're going to struggle to grow. That stuff just does not matter, guys. And if you've been told that it does, then it's no wonder you feel so overwhelmed all of the time. I feel like I'm completely winging it right now. Thank you so much for being honest. There is no judgment in this space. But my guess is then, Tammy, you're not making any money right now. You're struggling to make consistent income, because no one makes consistent income that grows every single month from winging it. And that's just the reality. Okay. The great thing is you can hire a coach, you can invest in support, and all of the problems you're currently go away and turn around. That's what I did, and that's what every coach you see succeeding out there in the industry has done, and the same is required of you. So whilst your situation sucks, and I'm really sorry to hear, it's where everyone starts, and it's those that make a new decision to go down a new path that get a different result. And it's as simple as that, right? And that's just me being completely direct and honest, because to say anything else, to sugarcoat it, would be a disservice to you and to me, right? So focusing on the wrong things, guys, or being average in your marketing in today's market might get you a client here and there, but it won't get you to 30K months and beyond. We do not accidentally make $30,000 a month, my friends. Let me tell you that right now. So if you are posting just to post and to tick it off your list without a clear plan, it's no wonder you're not attracting high quality clients consistently who come ready to buy from you without all of the excuses, right? I once helped a busy mom of 3 kids simplify her marketing strategy because she was just doing all the things with no real clarity, right? And I helped her to create one aligned process that worked with her lifestyle and her values. And today she makes consistent 30K a month while spending more time with her family than ever before, right? Mistake number 3 is settling for 5 to 10K per month because you don't have the system or support for beyond that. Successful coaches know the power of proximity. They understand the power of investing $10,000 to learn how to make $100,000 on repeat, as an example. Even if it feels scary and uncertain, and even if they've had some not so great experiences in the past, which I'm sure we've all experienced. They know the consequences of staying on the fence and letting their past dictate their future. They choose to trust themselves and understand from an energetic perspective that if they want people to invest in them, then they also need to invest in themselves. Because they recognize, and you might want to write this down, nothing changes if nothing changes. Put that in the chat. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you make new decisions, make new investments, lead differently though, guys, you're going to get a different result. So that video of me stuck in 2020, I was doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, which is the definition of insanity. I was posting average and blasé content. I had no real clear strategy. I was hoping and I was wishing and I was making decisions from fear, which is why I didn't have clients properly paying me, because I didn't have the skill set or the confidence or the conviction to change that. But then I invested in a coach. It was $9,000. And before you knew it, I was making 10K a month, then 15K a month, then 20K a month, then 30K a month. And here we are between $60,000 and $70,000 per month today, which used to take me over a year to earn that amount of money. And now I do it in 30 days or less. On repeat, not up and down, like 1 month is 30, 1 month is 5, 1 month is 10, 1 month is 5. Like, no, it is consistent 50, 60, 70K months, right? Because of what I'm teaching you today. I really need you to know, not gatekeeping here. I gain nothing from hiding anything. You're going to be learning the exact process that I use, right? All right. Mistake number 3. Well, I'm still talking about mistake number 3. This is, settling for 5 to 10K a month or less because you just simply don't have the system or support beyond that, when you could just invest and have the system and support, right? So those that thrive and succeed, they know that it will cost them so much more to try and figure it out on their own and guess their way through trying to piece everything together. That was me. That was me a few years ago, right? I was doing that. And then one day I was like, I'm trying to save money by going through all these people's funnels and whatever, but this is costing me hundreds of hours and I'm exhausted and I still don't have the confidence that I'm actually doing the right thing because I'm guessing, I'm assuming by trying to piece together everything from all the cheap little courses or free workshops and paid workshops and funnels. Whereas if I just invested in a coach that just teaches it all to me, I'll actually move forwards, right? And it was that realization that I had that was, the money maker. Ding, ding, ding. That was the breakthrough I needed. That I'm trying to save money, but that approach is costing me more money, right? So successful coaches, they don't focus on the cost. They focus on what they gain. And that was the mistake I was making, right? They know that what they invest comes back to them tenfold and that they have the skills and the knowledge that they invest in. They learn that for life. And that is priceless. You can't put a price on knowledge and wisdom because that is the very difference between making money, creating impact, changing your life and not. You can't do it without the skill set, the mindset, and the support. When I once joined a mastermind that was a $30,000 investment, I actually, went straight from 20K months to 30K months. I didn't go 21K, then 22K, then 23K, or ups and downs. I actually unlocked this whole new level of awareness and confidence in the strategy that I literally just skipped $10,000 a month and went straight to 30K. So what I invested in for a year's worth of support within 2 months was making every single month and more. All right. Now there's an image of an Olympian here. How stunning does she look? And I love looking at Olympians as examples for these sorts of things because they are the best of the best at what they do, right? And here's the truth that I need you to really write down and sink into. Not all athletes have a coach, but all Olympians do. So if you want to be the best of the best, then you need to do what the best of the best do. Mistake number 4 is that your business runs on you, and that's the problem. You're trying to grow and scale, but you don't have systems or support to actually free up time and focus on the money-making tasks that's actually going to allow you to go from, those 5K months or 3K months to those 30K months, right? So let's be real right now. Your business is working a little bit, but it's chaotic. You're making a bit of money, serving some clients, and showing up somewhat consistently, but behind the scenes, it's a mess. Your content creation, lead generation, and client management all depend on you. If you stop, the business slows down, or worse, stalls completely. And that's the problem. Because scaling isn't about doing more, my friends. It's about setting up systems that remove you as the bottleneck. We are often the bottleneck in our own business, right? And we need to change things so that you have the freedom and the spaciousness to be able to grow and to live your life. So here's a screenshot of my calendar. Look, it's not very busy, is it? All it's got is a whole bunch of Pilates classes and 2 group calls per week, because that is what I do. The rest is free time to do whatever I like. I spend time with my beautiful partner. I, go to the gym. I go for big walks. I talk to my friends and family, right? I support my clients. There's a lot of time here that I spend, giving them really in-depth personalized feedback and audits and all of that sort of thing. That's what I spend my days doing. And I wouldn't have it any other way. But if my calendar was full of back-to-back stuff and all these things that I didn't want to do, I wouldn't have the energetic spaciousness to be able to grow. This is why you have to work smarter, not harder. So here's how you know if your systems are holding you back. You constantly feel like there's too much to do and not enough time, so you procrastinate or avoid tasks altogether. You spend hours on repetitive tasks like content creation, lead nurturing, and onboarding when they should take minutes. Your Canva, Google Drive, and business processes are disorganized, making everything take longer than it should. Every month feels like you're starting from scratch because you don't have repeatable, scalable processes in place. And the irony, you got into business for freedom, but because you're still doing everything manually, your business is running you instead of the other way around. The fix: simple, scalable systems. When I talk about systems, I don't mean complicated tech or rigid structures. I mean smart, repeatable processes that make scaling effortless. Templates that save you 10+ hours each week, automated client onboarding that runs without you, a simple, organized content system that allows you to show up consistently without reinventing the wheel every month. This is exactly what I help my clients to implement. In my world, if something needs to be done more than once, it becomes a template or an automation immediately, because simplicity scales and hustle does not. If you're still running your business like you're at 5K a month, then you'll never reach 30K a month. So it's time to upgrade your system so your business can grow without you working more. And mistake number 5 is feeling salesy over seamless. Let's be honest, you didn't start your business to sell, did you? Let me know in the chat. Did you start your business to just sell? I don't think so. You started it to help people, to change lives and make a real impact. But here's the hard truth. If you're avoiding sales because you're afraid of feeling salesy, you're avoiding growth and making business so much harder than it needs to be. If you're creating content but people aren't buying, you're getting inquiries but they don't convert, you know you can help people but they just aren't saying yes, then you need to improve your sales mindset and approach. The issue is rarely your offer. It's the way you're selling it. And if you're anything like I was, you're worried about coming across as pushy, desperate, or salesy. And I get it. That's exactly why I created my seamless sales process. When implemented, sales feel effortless because the truth is, your audience wants to buy, so help them to do that. Sales changes lives. The problem is the way you're going about it. My seamless sales process gives you a variety of ways to naturally sell every single day so that signing clients becomes the norm rather than a rarity. Because when you master sales, you never worry about where your next client is coming from. And that's when scaling to 30K months becomes inevitable, right? Take my client Lani, for example, who's a mindset and trauma coach. This was the exact process that took her from being a single mother who had just gotten out of a toxic relationship, had house burned down in a fire and was facing a serious legal battle to turn her life completely around, and now makes $20,000 a week in her business, right? You could argue that her learning how to authentically sell saved her entire life and her son's future. These mistakes are exactly what causes coaches to stay in the same income level for far too long and work way harder than necessary, ultimately leaving them to give up on their dreams. But these mistakes are not your fault. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of confusing misinformation out there. One coach says TikTok is where it's at. Another says Facebook groups are the only way. Another says you must have appointment setters. Another says going viral using Instagram Reels is essential. Another says LinkedIn posts are booming. And another says posting YouTube videos is the secret. The truth is, you should never rely solely on one platform to grow. You do not own the platform, and you could lose your account at any time. Think about months ago when TikTok was banned in the US. For those that only were using TikTok, that's a pretty dangerous position to put yourself in. There isn't only one way to grow your business as well. There are many ways. And any coach that tells you that there's only one way is honestly lying to you to try and sell you something. Just like those that try and guarantee you a success. They can't guarantee that, because they can't guarantee that you're going to show up and do the work. So anyone saying these things isn't being completely truthful with you, right? It's not the hashtags you use, the time of day you post, the Facebook groups you leverage, or even the platform you use. That's all noise. What matters is actually so much deeper than that, and most skip out on that and then wonder why they stay stuck. So if you've been focused on surface level strategy and doing all the things without mastery, that is why you're stuck and not growing. Because you're wasting time on things that don't actually move the needle and not devoting time and money to building a very powerful money-making skill set. So here's a picture of an iceberg, because if any of you know anything about icebergs, you'll know that majority of the iceberg is beneath the surface. So you're trying to grow your business, looking on the surface what people are doing, but you're only seeing 5% of that. What actually makes a business successful is the 95% that is beneath the surface. And you don't know that unless you're in a deep program, or you're getting that proper support and focusing on the things that actually move the needle and matter. So it's about creating a simple marketing strategy that works and aligns with you, where you master the foundations that actually matter and apply that to all platforms. Things like your messaging specificity and quality, the outcome you provide, your storytelling skills, your ability to build deep relationships with ideal clients, your sales skills, your no-brainer offer, your brand, and your ability to magnetize your audience through your energy, just to name a few. This is what matters, not the latest Instagram trending audio. This is why I work closely with each of my clients to help them focus on what actually matters and create a personalized marketing strategy that aligns with their goals, values, and lifestyle. Because if it aligns, they will stick to it and commit to the mastery of it, and therefore generate incredible results from it. Because the truth is, and this is going to sting, 90% of businesses don't make it because they fail to master what matters. They focus on the wrong things or only learn one piece of the puzzle. So if you want to be up there with the top 10%, then you have to do what the top 10% of businesses do, right? And Forbes has even said this as well. But the good news is you don't have to keep guessing. There is another way, a much simpler, easier, faster, and more sustainable way to scale and grow your business. So let me know in the chat. Do you want to know the exact system that my clients and I use to cut out the noise and generate 30K months and beyond when implemented and mastered? Because that's what I'm going to be teaching you now, right? I'm loving your excitement and enthusiasm. So I want to introduce you to the scalable system. It is your roadmap to 30K months and beyond. This is the exact system that my clients use to scale from 5K per month to 30K plus per month without constant grind of posting content, struggling to convert, or feeling trapped in an unsustainable business model. Instead, this scalable approach creates consistent, predictable income while giving you more freedom in both your business and in your life. And this is the exact system that made me over $1 million organically in under 4 years by age 26, and $2 million in under 5 years of business without costing me my health, lifestyle, or relationships. In fact, this system actually improved my health, lifestyle, and relationships because I finally had the time, money, and freedom to invest in those areas. Scaling your business does not require working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about working on the 20% of things that brings in 80% of the results and mastering that. Here is a whole bunch of people that I'm sure you recognize. I'm sure you know Tony Robbins or Dean Graziosi or Mel Robbins or Alex Hormozi or Marie Forleo or Russell Brunson, Lewis Howes, Denise Duffield Thomas. I'm sure you know a name here or two. Do you want to know what's in common with all of these people? Right? I mean, there's a few things in common with them. Their work ethic, their determination, their action taking, their self-responsibility, all of these things. But what's really in common with them is that they are all using the scalable system. So why are they all using this system, you might be wondering? Because it's the best way to scale your business sustainably. So here's a breakdown of that very system. Pillar 1 is sustainable strategy. Imagine waking up every day knowing exactly what to focus on to grow your business. You're attracting leads daily, nurturing them consistently, and converting them into clients, all without feeling overwhelmed or stuck. Right? The problem with most coaches, though, when it comes to strategy is they're winging it, like we discussed before. They don't know exactly what to do, when to do it, or how to do it. Who relates to that? You cannot scale sustainably to 30K months and beyond by throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. So if you're operating from constant overwhelm, comparison, and guesswork, or hoping that ChatGPT will solve all of your problems, you're making a huge mistake. The 7-figure coaches you compare yourself to online pay attention to the detail and have fallen in love with their marketing strategy because it is the money maker and therefore impact maker of their business. They are constantly focused on growth, improvement, and don't rely on guesswork. They also aren't constantly trying to keep up with algorithm changes, the latest trends or platforms, or strategy hopping for the next dopamine hit. They are committed to following a proven process that they've committed to, mastered, and that aligns with them, and that's why it works long term. So let's break down this system using a traffic light system. This traffic light system is what makes it easy to see where you're personally thriving and where there's room to improve. Because when you know what's red, yellow, or green, you can focus your energy on that, and that's what's going to make the biggest impact. So we're starting with sustainable strategy. I've broken this into 3 core components: the daily lead attractor, the weekly audience nurturer, and the hybrid funnel converter. You need all 3 in order to have a sustainable strategy. And this is what I teach inside my program, Scale School. And when you master this, you create impact without burnout. Who would like to have some impact without burnout? So let's break these down one by one. The daily lead attractor. This ensures you're bringing in new high quality leads into your space daily. Without this, it's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. You'll always feel like you're starting over. So where do you stand? Red, I get fewer than 50 high quality leads each month in my business. Yellow, I get between 50 and 100 high quality leads each month in my business. And green, I get over 100 high quality leads each month in my business. One of my clients, a coach for women in leadership, came to me feeling so overwhelmed and unsure how to attract clients. By implementing the daily lead attractor, she began consistently attracting 250 leads per month organically. Within 3 months, she scaled from 5K months to 30K months and now works fewer hours, has more fun, and feels clear on her strategy. The weekly audience nurturer. This system ensures that you're building trust with your audience so that they're ready to buy when you make an offer, right? Who wants that? Think of it like nurturing a relationship, right? Engagement and consistency are key. If you don't nurture your audience, you'll have a whole bunch of people who come into your world who either leave and go to your competition or not engage or interact with your content. So where do you stand? Comment below, guys. Are you red, yellow, or green with these things? So red, my content gets less than 10 engagements or responses per day. If that's you, type red in the chat right now, whether you're live or replay. Yellow, my content gets between 10 and 30 engagements, but it's inconsistent. Comment yellow. Or green, my content gets over 30 engagements daily, consistently attracting ideal clients. That's green. So are you red, are you yellow, or are you green? Tara is a beauty therapist coach. She started working with me at $0 and had a very small and unengaged audience. Within 6 months, though, she had made over $310,000 and recently sent me a message to say that 100 plus of her ideal clients had requested to join her group within a 24-hour period. And here's screenshot proof of that. Her nurtured audience using the weekly audience nurturer is why she's able to sign clients most days of the week in her business with a 90% conversion rate. And her results say it all. $71,000, 19K a week, 3 clients this week, have generated 100K in our business since starting with me, you know? And the hybrid funnel converter. This is the third piece that comes into sustainable strategy. This is how you attract premium clients consistently without being glued to social media. By leveraging free workshops and evergreen funnels, you'll create a scalable sales machine that books high quality calls with potential clients who are already 80% sold before they even speak to you. The real power lies in combining live and evergreen events, making it easier to scale without sacrificing precious time. Instead of relying only on one-on-one interactions, you'll be able to serve hundreds of potential clients at once, expanding your impact while working less. Look at all of these workshop cover photos. What's in common with all of these people isn't the platform that they use, but the fact that they use events to convert their clients. I typically make tens and tens of thousands of dollars for an hour of my time doing this because a lot of people really realize that I can help them. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm showing you that you don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to do it the hard, complicated, exhausting way. There is another way. That's exactly what my intention is here right now. And that's the intention of all of these people too. But just notice that, one person's talking about TikTok here, one's talking about LinkedIn, one's talking about Instagram. So it's not the platform that makes them successful. It's the fact that they're running events to get that message across, that long form content. It helps build trust. So just remember that. We're in a trust recession right now in the coaching industry. Way too many people have been burned by empty promises, which is why running live events like this, giving your time, having long form content is essential. It builds credibility and trust and positions you as the go-to expert so that when you do make an offer, your audience is primed and ready to buy. So where do you stand? Red, I promote my hybrid funnel, so your live or your evergreen event less than 3 times per week. Yellow, you promote it 3 to 5 times a week. Or green, you promote it daily across multiple social media channels and conversations as well. Even look at the best of the best people. Tony Robbins makes majority of his money from live, free, paid, virtual or in-person events. And I've been to one of his events and that changed my entire life, right? Events are very powerful and I hope that this is supporting you to change your life as well. Pillar 2. So now we've just gone through pillar 1, sustainable strategy. Hopefully you're clear on where you're at with that and where there's room to improve. And if you need to improve in all of the things I've shared so far, just know you're one decision away, you're one investment away, you're one conversation away from that being a very different reality, right? Pillar 2 is seamless sales. So when your sales process is seamless, you'll create consistent income without the plateaus. So what if you could sell in a way that felt completely aligned? No chasing, no cold DMs, just natural, effortless conversations and approaches that turn into dream clients signing up, right? So this is how you get income without plateaus. Who would like to have income without the plateaus? To do so, you need 3 core things in place. You need a no-brainer offer. People will buy your offer if it's clear, compelling, and a no-brainer. You need the sell via chat method. This is how you sell in a variety of different ways involving conversations. And you need the retention builder because it's not always about constantly getting new clients. It's actually about really supporting your current ones long-term and supporting them to get amazing results and stay working with you long-term. That's again, working smarter, not harder. So let's break this down. The no-brainer offer. Your offer should be so irresistible that premium potential clients can instantly see the value and say yes without hesitation. Because to get to 30K plus per month, you will want to refine your offer positioning so it naturally attracts high-level, ready-to-buy clients through powerful messaging. You also want to shift from one-on-one services to scalable offers that increase both your income and impact without adding more to your plate. Now, you can get to 10, 20, 30K a month with one-on-one coaching, but eventually you'll cap yourself. So I'm not against one-on-one coaching. I'm not saying you can't do that, but eventually you will cap yourself because there's only so much one-to-one time you can offer at a scalable level that if you want to continue to grow your income, you'll want to transition to group coaching. You also want to structure your offer to maximize client retention, increase lifetime value, and create a built-in referral engine. Because a well-crafted no-brainer offer does 70% of the selling for you, making it easier to sign clients without pushy sales tactics. There are key elements that turn an offer into a no-brainer: the outcome, inclusions, proximity, structure, pricing, bonuses, and urgency. If any of these are off, you will struggle to attract premium clients, leading to inconsistent sales, pricing doubts, and an offer that feels hard to sell. Let me know if this is landing for you right now. And I'd love to hear where you're at with your no-brainer offer. So where do you stand? Red, I haven't structured, priced, or clarified my offer. Yellow, I'm refining my offer, but it's not quite there yet. And green, my offer is clear and I consistently sign clients who rave about their results. Are you red? Are you yellow? Or are you green? One of my career coach clients lacked confidence in her pricing plus offer. After crafting her no-brainer offer, she doubled her rates, we tweaked the message positioning of her offer, and she signed 5 clients in 2 weeks, hitting her first 15K month. The sell via chat method. High-level coaches don't chase clients, they attract them. This process teaches you how to have natural, aligned conversations that leads to clients signing up with ease. This approach isn't cold DMing. You do not need to cold DM, but you do need to build relationships with people. That's okay if you're just one-on-one, that's totally fine, right? You don't need a cold DM, right? But you do need to build deep relationships with people, right? How can you make thousands and thousands of dollars from someone without building a deep relationship? People don't just give randoms on the internet money unless they like, know, and trust them, okay? And building a relationship with someone is a great way to do that, right? So where do you stand? Red, I'm not converting clients every month. Yellow, I convert about 4 leads into clients each month. And green, I consistently convert between 4 and 10 plus leads into clients each month. One of my clients was terrified of selling and avoided it altogether. After learning the sell via chat method, she signed her first 6 clients in a single month without feeling salesy at all. There's even screenshot proof here of a client saying, I just did my first booked call via the chat process and I've signed 2 clients today, a 9K day today. And then she messaged again, make that 3. Oh my God, this is insane. And it just flowed. Selling, not serving. Thank you. Right? The retention builder. The secret to long-term success in business growth isn't just attracting new clients, like I said, it's about retaining the ones you already have and increasing their lifetime value. This comes down to the exceptional service you provide and the process you use to invite your clients to stay with you with a great incentive. Part of this process is also teaching my clients how they can upsell clients or downsell potential clients to increase their revenue without the added effort. For example, I've had clients stay with me for 3+ years, and this wouldn't have happened without the retention builder. So where do you stand? Red, my retention rate is under 30% and upsells rarely happen. Yellow, my retention rate is between 30 and 50% with occasional upsells. And green, my retention rate is 50% plus and I consistently convert through upsells and downsells. I've only just started, but I think I'm pushing yellow. Amazing. Yellow working towards green, not consistent just yet. That's okay. Pillar 3 is simple system. So this is the 3rd pillar of the scalable system. So picture your business running smoothly with templates and workflows that save you 15+ hours each week. No chaos trying to find certain documents, manually doing tasks that could very easily be automated, or wasting time on tasks you don't need to do. Just a well-oiled machine that supports your growth. I have a saying with my clients that if you need to do something more than once in your business, that you have a system or a template for it. I have a template for everything in my business, which is why I have so much free time to over deliver for my clients and spend so much quality time with my friends, family, and partner. So this is Simple Systems. It's broken into 3 core components, just like the other 2 pillars. So we've got the organized backend, the template hub, and the business evaluation. And when you have all 3, that creates freedom without overwhelm. So let's break this down one by one, starting with the organized backend. Your business system should support you, not stress you. This is the foundation for holding consistent growth. I have been organized since I came out the womb, and I've taught these organizational skills that many people don't have naturally so that my clients can feel calm and clear with the back end of their business, not stressed and overwhelmed. And if you need proof about my organization skills, just literally look at the backdrop behind me of my color-coded bookshelf, and you'll find that my wardrobe is color-coded and that there is a theme for every room in my house. And yes, I've got no files on my computer or USBs or anything. It's all organized and folded in one Google Drive folder. It's very, very simple. No need to overcomplicate it, and overwhelm will not help you grow your business. So where do you stand? Red, my business feels chaotic and I struggle to find documents or maintain daily flow. Yellow, I have some systems but need more organization and structure. Green, my business runs smoothly with systems that make everything flow effortlessly. Let me know. Are you red, are you yellow, or are you green? Pop it in the chat with where you're at. One client of mine went from constantly scrambling to find files to saving literally over 5 hours a week by just implementing the organized backend. That is how powerful this process is. So are you red, are you yellow, or are you green? Pop it in the chat. The template hub. I love it. So templates save time, reduce overwhelm, and ensure consistency in your business processes. I have scripts I use for post-sales calls, for DMs, for pitches, for social media posts, for navigating payment situations, and more. So where do you stand? Red, I don't have templates and do everything manually. Yellow, I have a few templates but struggle to use them effectively. And green, I have neatly organized templates for all repeatable tasks. A marketing coach I work with was spending hours each week recreating emails and social media captions. After implementing the template hub and using all the templates provided there, she cut her workload literally in half and doubled her client capacity. Amazing. We have some yellows, we have some reds. Thank you for sharing. The business evaluation. So this is actually step 1 in my program because this framework helps you identify what is holding you back and how to fix it. So you're always focused on the most impactful tasks. Most coaches struggle to scale because they don't even know the true problem areas in their business, because they aren't tracking the data, they aren't clear on what their focus should be, and then wonder why their growth feels so slow. So where do you stand here? Red, I don't know what to focus on when things go wrong. Yellow, I can identify problems but struggle to fix them. And green, I know exactly how to troubleshoot and prioritize in my business. One client was spinning her wheels trying to fix everything at once. After learning the business evaluation, she identified her number 1 bottleneck, fixed it, and increased her revenue by 30% in just 1 month. So are you red, are you yellow, or are you green? All right, we've got some reds. Got some yellows. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay, please do share for your own sake. Amazing. So when you master these 3 pillars, guys, and the 3 components within each, your business doesn't just grow, it transforms. You'll wake up excited knowing you're building a coaching business that's aligned, scalable, and impactful. Which area do you see the most opportunity for improvement? Is it the strategy? Is it the systems? Or is it the sales? Let me know. Share your biggest takeaway in the chat below so that I know where you're at. Because here's what happens when you get this right. Potential clients will reach out to you, eager to work with you without needing every detail about your program. You wake up to messages in your inbox asking, how can I join your program? And your client list grows effortlessly, and you even have a wait list of people ready to work with you, right? Here's some screenshots of what beautiful clients have said to me. Some have folders in their house of all the stuff they learn in my program. Some people say they've manifested joining my program. Some promote me publicly saying, I love my coach. Here's the program that will teach you everything you need to know about coaching successfully. Check her out, right? I have people that send me gifts of excitement for joining rather than fear and scarcity. People saying, I'm sold, don't even need a call. How can I purchase? Some people say, I'm so happy I signed up with you. Your method is so aligned to my core essence of femininity. Signing up with you never felt so good. No icky feelings at all. Like, this is the kind of messages I get publicly and privately because of the work that I do. Opportunities will flow to you. You'll be invited to speak at events, collaborate, and be interviewed. So here's me speaking at retreats, speaking at schools, speaking at big conferences in front of hundreds of people sometimes. Business will actually become fun. You feel energized, aligned, and excited every single day. And you have more freedom and income than you've ever imagined, creating space for the life you've always dreamed of. So imagine this, you pinch yourself every day, realizing that you've built a freedom-based business. You have time for your family, for yourself, and for making an even greater impact. This is what is possible when you master the scalable system that I've just walked you through, and I do so inside Scale School. But don't just take my word for it. Here's a few examples of how the same has been possible for my clients. My client, Abby, faceless marketing coach, made $70,000 in her first month and got 31 booked calls within 24 hours from running her second event using my process in her private Facebook group with less than 400 members in it. She's consistently done this and more since working with me. And here's screenshot proof of that. Georgia, a financial and location freedom coach. She made $24,000 on her first virtual event using my proven 3-step formula. She had a personalized plan for her signature presentation and launch. She had a specific promotion strategy tailored to her launch goals, and she mastered the power of presenting highly impactful signature presentations. My client Liz went from having no clarity on how to sign clients to having confidence and making 15K months in her business after following this process. And when I met her, she was too afraid to even charge for her service. Becky, she's amazing. She actually messaged me recently. She had a £30,000 month. £30,000. That is in Australian dollars, like $60,000, right? So she went from doing everything and feeling exhausted to scaling to 20K months. But like I said, she just recently messaged me, and it's just the other day, and it's way more than 20K months, through an evergreen event funnel whilst traveling the world and homeschooling 2 children. She leveraged the leads that came through her evergreen event funnel with conversations via DM and sales calls. And there's a screenshot of her saying, I've made 14,000 sales this week. The results just aren't rare success stories though. It's proof of what happens when you master a proven system. And I'm only taking the time to show you this because it's so easy when you've been trying for months or for years and you haven't had the results yet to feel like it's not possible or nothing's going to work for you. But look how many client results there are. That tells you that this works if you do the work. It doesn't work if you think about it or you have an overview of it. It works if you master it and you go deep, right? And there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of client results here to back that up. Like, it just keeps scrolling. It literally keeps going. It's a bottomless pit of results. Okay. So yeah, it's literally still going. Like, I don't know how long you have, but we can just stay here, right? So this is what happens when you go all in. So this brings me to something that's just as important though, which is the mindset and energy required to step into that 6 and 7-figure version of yourself. Because without this, even the best strategy that I've just shared won't stick. So let me share with you the 3 mindset secrets that have completely transformed my business and allowed me to scale sustainably. Because starting a coaching business, and I'm just going to be really honest right now, is one of the hardest things I've ever done. But it's nowhere near as hard as struggling financially, working a job I hate, having no time or location freedom to do what I love, having no purpose or fulfillment in life, because that was me. And so yes, business is hard and you might be thinking, wow, this is a lot, this might be overwhelming. But do you know what's also hard? Struggling financially, working a job you hate, not being fulfilled and happy, wasting your life away settling. Life is simply too short to settle. And so I would choose the hard parts, the investments, the fear, potential judgment of growing a business any day of the week. That is so much better than being in a situation that you don't fully love. And that's why I like to teach mindset, because mindset played a huge role in helping me to actually move forwards, believe in myself, believe my goals were possible, even when I was stuck or it was hard or I had no evidence it would work for me. Mindset is what gets you through that time. So, mindset secret number 1 out of 3 is to focus on the long-term vision over the short-term wins. So, the difference between a coach who makes multiple six figures and one who stays stuck lies in their vision. Coaches who focus only on quick wins often feel stressed, unfulfilled, and burnt out. Coaches who make decisions based on where they are now or what has happened in the past rather than focusing on the long-term vision of where they want to go often don't make it very far in business. Coaches with a long-term vision enjoy more fulfillment, fun, and have lasting success. So when I shifted my focus to the long term, I'm telling you right now, everything changed. I was no longer desperate for instant results and I stopped chasing shiny objects. Instead, I trusted the process and prioritized happiness in my business, which ironically helped me make more money faster. Focusing on long term doesn't mean you can't grow quickly. I went from working 5 casual jobs and having no confidence to building to over $1 million in under 4 years by staying committed to my vision. So, my questions for you: are you in business for the short term or the long run? Let me know in the chat. Does your behavior of how you invest in yourself and lead match your long term goals? And if not, what would shift if you did? How would you show up, invest, and navigate challenges differently if you were truly in business for the long run? Mindset secret number 2 is embody the multi-six-figure version of yourself. You can't create a new result, guys, without becoming the version of yourself who already has it. Who you are now won't get you to that next level. You have to become an energetic match for that next level, and that's when you'll be there. Your energy, thoughts, and actions need to align with your goals consistently. For example, when I first started my business, I aimed to make just 4K a month because that's what I knew I needed to survive. And guess what? That's all I ever made because that was the standard I was setting for myself. That is what I was focused on. When I raised my standard and started embodying the energy of someone making 10K a month, everything changed. The very next month, I hit 10K and I've never looked back since. So saying you want something isn't enough. You have to be all in, even when it's hard, scary, and uncomfortable, and when you have all of these justifications on why right now might not be the right time. That's not all in, and that's not focused on the long term. Challenges aren't obstacles. They are lessons that prepare you to hold what you desire. So if you want to make 10K, 30K, or even 100K a month, you must trust that every challenge is helping you become the person who can handle that level of success. So some questions for you. Are you currently a match for the goals that you've set? What bold moves or changes would you make if you were embodying your next level self? Let me know. And mindset secret number 3 is to fully trust yourself. Trusting yourself is the foundation of sustainable success. This doesn't mean doing everything alone. That's not what self-trust is. It means trusting your decisions, trusting your investments, and ability to lead yourself even if it's scary or unknown right now. Before I trusted myself, I kept looking for the secret strategy I thought I was missing. I followed advice that didn't feel aligned, tried to do everything, and ended up feeling stuck. The moment I fully trusted myself to build a business that felt fun, exciting, and aligned, everything changed. It became easier, it became more magnetic. Trusting yourself is the foundation of alignment in your business. And when you start trusting yourself, you stop second guessing yourself. You stop making excuses and you take bolder action and you create with confidence. And trust isn't just a mindset, to be honest. It's built through action. Every time you make a commitment to yourself and follow through, you actually strengthen that trust. So you don't just think about trusting yourself, you build it. And that alignment, it's magnetic. It draws in the right clients, opportunities, and abundance with ease. So my questions for you: where are you not fully trusting yourself in your business? What would change if you trusted yourself completely? So at this point, I hope you can see the absolute importance of implementing the scalable system if you want to scale your coaching business sustainably to 30K months and beyond. Today, we have covered the 5 biggest mistakes keeping coaches stuck in a sales plateau, the proven 3-step system that has helped my clients and me scale to 30K months and beyond, and the 3 mindset shifts that will help you step into the next level version of yourself. But my bet is that you didn't just attend this event just to gather more information, did you? You showed up because you're ready for real, tangible growth in 2025, right? For those of you who want my help scaling your coaching business using the scalable system, then I'd love to share with you how I can help you to do just that. If we work together, we are going to start by installing these 4 systems into your business in the first 90 days so you can start signing more clients and increasing your income right away. So the first thing we're going to install is the daily lead attractor so that you can attract high quality leads in your business every single day. The no-brainer offer. We want to create an offer that is so good that your audience feels silly saying no. And the sell via chat method so that you have a variety of aligned ways for your audience to buy from you every single day. And the organized backend so that we can organize the back end of your business so that you can show up daily without the overwhelm. Because here's the thing, knowing what to do is one thing. Having a clear, personalized roadmap to implement is another. So if you'd like to see if working together is the right fit, then I have a really special invitation for you. An invitation that I was offered 5 years ago that personally changed everything for me. An invitation that took me from working 60 hours a week across 5 casual jobs, earning just $4,000 a month, real hustle and grind, to having true time, location, and financial freedom, doing what I love every day, helping others to create the same. And this is a 30-minute roadmap call for committed female coaches who are ready to sustainably scale in 2025. In this time, we're going to do 3 things. We're going to audit your business model and strategy. We'll take a look at your niche, your offer, your messaging, and your strategy to see what's possible for you in terms of clients, revenue, and growth within your business. We are then going to take a deeper look into your coaching business to see the number one thing that's holding you back from growing your business to the next level right now. As usually for most businesses, there's one thing that when uncovered actually will allow your business to grow. And thirdly, we'll map out a 3-step custom roadmap for you to get to 30K months in 2025. And all you have to do to claim one of these limited spots is to comment the word roadmap now in the comments. So if you're watching live or replay, while there are spots available, comment the word roadmap and I will personally send you a link and we will audit your business like this. This call will also tell me if and how I can help you. And if I feel that I can help you, then I'm going to invite you to take the next step and work with me so I can support you the whole way to those 30K months and beyond using the scalable system if that's what you desire. And if that is what you want, just comment the word roadmap and we will personally send you the link to go in and book a call. You're going to leave this session feeling really clear and really confident and really excited about your next steps. Now, you might be wondering, why do we do calls like this for free? Like, why do you do that? Amazing. We're going to send you that link. Thanks for commenting. Well, because often when we map this out, there is a high percentage of people that want help implementing that plan. And if that's the case, then that's what I do and I would love to help you. If not, there's literally no hard feelings whatsoever, but it is important to note that these calls are for committed action takers who are ready to do what it takes to grow now. So if that is you, just comment the word roadmap. We will send you a DM with a link to book, and I can't wait to see how I can support you. I only work with committed action takers because committed action takers are money makers. So if that's you, comment roadmap and I will send you the link to book a call right after this. I've just opened up my calendar and my team's calendar for the next few days. So once you've received a message from me, I would just recommend booking him immediately to get your preferred time, right? So that we can create a roadmap to start scaling you to those 30K months and beyond, because it is so possible with the right strategy and support. These calls are game changing for those who are ready to take action and implement what I have to share. And it was booking one of these calls myself 5 years ago that completely changed my life. And if I'm being completely honest, I wouldn't be here talking to you today if I hadn't have done that. So your next step right now, if you've gotten value out of today and you want this whole process inside your business, is just to comment the word roadmap and we will send you the details ASAP, right? Because today you've already taken the first step by showing up for this workshop. Now it's time to take the next step towards scaling your business to 30K months and beyond. The case studies that you've heard of today from Liz, Abby, Becca, Becky, Tari, Lani, and several others that I mentioned here, they have one major thing in common. They all started through booking a call, and that call led them to making tweaks, changes, and decisions that ultimately changed the course of their entire life and business. This is your opportunity to stop feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and lost and start scaling with clarity, confidence, and ease. So if you have commented roadmap, check your DMs from me very shortly, and then you can book with your preferred time. The client feedback and results say it all. And I really want you to see that this is possible for you because I've got so much evidence from clients that it is. Clients paid full now have hit a 30K month, you know. Someone said, thanks for a really positive, productive call, Sophia. Feeling really inspired and motivated, you know, for the next 6 weeks that you've planned for me. You know, got a sale yesterday. You know, honestly, adore you in the program, game changer for my life and business. You know, all of these beautiful messages. And even if you've been burned in the past, choosing to let that dictate your future is a huge mistake. That just burns you twice. The right strategy and support is essential to scaling. And so, you know, choosing to let your past dictate your future is such a recipe for disaster, right? So here's a client message from someone who was really burned from a coach, you know, was stuck in a fog, unsure of next steps, you know, because she was really let down by her previous coach, but she invested anyways. And, you know, now she's feeling clear and supported, you know. So you can choose to make 2025 the year that your business scales, or you can choose to stay stuck in the same place yet again because you let fear, doubt, limiting stories, and your past dictate your future, only making it even more difficult to grow. Guys, we are nearly halfway through the year, which is kind of wild to say, but I want you to look at how has this year gone for you? Have you made the progress that you said at the beginning of the year that you were going to make? Because if not, that's a really clear sign that you need to do something differently. Otherwise, nothing will change. So if you're realizing that and you would like some support, just comment the word roadmap. The choice is entirely up to you. So what do you choose? If you're ready to take your business to the next level and scale to 30K months, then just book in your free call. We'll have a chat, build a custom plan for you. And that way you're going to be really crystal clear on what you want your next steps to be. All right. So today has been so much fun sharing my exact system that supported me and my clients to be able to grow and scale. It's been so amazing to spend all of this time with you all and show you what is truly possible so that you can turn your situation around. If you have loved today, gotten value, and would like my support, I would love to chat with you and see how I can help you. So if you're watching the replay, just comment the word roadmap. We'll see it. We'll DM me the word roadmap. I can see a few messages have come through in this time as well. So yeah, that is everything, guys. I hope that you have loved it. Thank you so much for playing full out, showing up live, being all in and participating. It makes this experience so much more enjoyable. Thank you so much for all being here. I have loved reading all of your comments as I've been talking, and I'm excited to have all of these roadmap calls with everyone that has been commenting and messaging. All right, I love you all so much. Amazing. We'll send you a message. Thank you so much for commenting. I'm excited to see how I can support you. I love you all. Have the best day, have the best afternoon, have the best evening wherever you are in the world, because we've got a whole bunch of you from all over. And I'm so excited to speak with some of you all very, very soon. Mwah. Have the best day. Bye.